Hey gang, welcome back you guys. Episode 65 of Zero Carb Journal. Matt here. Good morning you guys. It's looking at my clock. It's 7:30. I guess it was 6:30. Would have been 6:30. Daylight savings. Welcome back. So, how you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Good morning. I'm doing great. As always. I'm tired. I've had a long week. But it hasn't been great. It hasn't been terrible. Nothing bad. Nothing bad. My week's been interesting. We'll just dive right into it. Yeah, nothing, everything's been going just fine, you guys. Good morning. I'm scattered. I'll be honest. I went to bed last night. I just was irritable and tired out, and I could feel it, and I've just been feeling that way. And so I just woke up. I'm just getting going here, and yeah, I'm not feeling super stoked, but there's nothing. We'll talk about it here. There's nothing wrong at all. So yeah. So I had a good week actually. I've had tons of work. It's wearing me out. It's 32 out there right now. 31. It hasn't broken freezing yet, so that's why I'm irritable. I'm just frustrated. It's been, frozen below freezing for months now. I'm still covered in snow out there. My pastures are all still buried in snow, so poor animals don't have any food. I've been buying hay and taking care of them and hiking up and down through the snow. Now it's just crust and ice. It's been frozen. It's been below freezing for like 2 months now, which is totally unusual. It really has not. It's broken freezing during the days a little bit, but it's been in the 20s every night, and I'm frustrated. My little shack here is not set up, for this weather. My roof is broken from the snow. Haven't had a shower yet this year. Sorry, but that's what happens when I'm struggling up here. I'm living a really simple, stripped down life, kind of just surviving, and this weather is really hard on me. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I haven't been able to use my shower since 2018, and I haven't been able to do laundry, or I'm getting ready to go to town. I'm about at the end of my clothes, and I've been taking bird baths in the sink and all that. I'm about ready to go join a gym just so I can take a shower. I'm not sure. Yeah, anyways, I'm doing fine, you guys. I'm great. I'm just irritable. The weather's been irritating. I've been working outside on these boats and going to work at 6 in the morning, freezing cold, and coming home to it freezing cold, and trying to get, after being gone all day working, trying to warm this little uninsulated shack up. It doesn't really work, and I'm just over it. But that's all going to be fine because it's about to change. It's beautiful and sunny out there, which it has been for a while. That's the pattern. We've been stuck in this. I'm sure you guys all know because everywhere else in the country must be experiencing some pretty consistent weather patterns too, but it's high pressure up over northern British Columbia that's pushing Arctic air out the Fraser River mouth, which is right there, right next to that mountain you can see maybe, and it's blowing freezing air at me. Everywhere else is 10 degrees warmer in the inland Puget Sound, but out here I'm just right in the Arctic blast. So but it's supposed to change. So the sun doesn't mean much because that's been bringing the east winds, but we're supposed to start changing to some west winds and get some more seasonal air. It's, like I say, normally this time of year, it should normally be in the 50s during the day at this time, and at night, high 40s anyways, or mid 40s, and it's just been really cold. So yeah, that combined with work, and just kind of hammering away every day, I'm just irritable. I apologize, but that's the truth. And let's talk about zero carb. I do think part of that is it has been, playing with my diet over the last month or two. Nothing terrible happened from adding cheese or playing with. I didn't really add in cheese, but I tried cheese, and I did kind of add in bacon. I ate that a few weeks in a row. And nothing terrible happened, but I do feel myself deteriorating a little bit in terms of, well, my mental state, although that is, I think, just like I said, I'm just irritated with the situation. It's pretty profound. When I was ill, I would suffer from very dark, very deep, very profound depression, and it was chronic. It was all throughout my life. I could always count on it. In the wintertime, I'd always say, like, around my birthday, early December is kind of the beginning of my depression season. And that was my companion for my whole life. For the last 40 some years, I would have that without fail. And if I would go through a time like I'm going through now, where I'm irritable and things are just kind of bothering me and getting me down, I would sink really low into that depression, just kind of wallow in it and lean in. And God, my mental state is so much. It's 180 degrees from where it used to be. I am able to stay positive and able to stay clear and focused. And even this week, when I've been irritable, I've been able to stay proactive and really, like, identifying what's irritating me, and trying to stay in the moment and stay positive. And I'm much better equipped to deal with ups and downs, and my mental state is so much more stable. So I really am. I'm doing great. I've had a fine week. There's nothing wrong. Just irritable and frustrated with the weather, and kind of my tedious day to day right now is a little bit harder than it's fine. I put myself up here, and the price of all this, or the cost of all this, or whatever, is, I'm getting my rent mostly paid for by renting my house out and living in this shack, and so it's fine. And I know that I'm not equipped for these temperatures, and usually I just kind of bear with it for a week or two at a time, and then come out of it, and it's fine. But yeah, this extended stretch, 6 weeks of snow on the ground, and it's just got me irritated. So yeah. So on top of that, I've been feeling a little lonely lately. I'll be honest. I get frustrated with my situation. I have no idea how to change that. I keep telling myself I should go out, but then I realize, I don't want to go out. I don't want to. There's no one. I don't think meeting people in bars is really at night. Is not. I just don't see. That's not something I want to do. So I don't see having much in common with people I'm going to meet there. So I know I just got to stay the course, stay positive, and keep working on myself, and get out there and enjoy the things I do enjoy, and just involve myself in my passions. And if I were going to ever meet somebody, it would ever, it's going to have to happen organically. But I get discouraged. I feel so strange. I mean, obviously the way we eat makes everything seem weird, although I'm getting pretty beyond that. I don't feel too isolated because of zero carb anymore. It's actually just because I'm so damn weird in general. And I feel, I feel like an outsider really everywhere. I mean, here I am at almost 50 and don't really have a career, and I live month to month, and I don't have family here. It just feels, every time I've tried to make connections with people, their grandparents or, well established, moving on, getting ready to retire. I'm still looking for a job. Oh, whatever. I didn't come here to complain, just letting you guys know I have been feeling a little bit of an outsider, like we do as zero carbers, and it's been building up a little bit. And I think a lot of that is just, again, you're irritated by the weather and feeling a little trapped by the weather. So yeah, whatever. It's all good. In general, I do feel really pretty good physically and mentally, and I am staying super positive. And on a positive note, I did get out, and I woke up yesterday morning and it was snowing, if you can believe that. Still, it's just been snowing and snowing and snowing, and when it's not sunny. And so I got in my car and I drove out to the beach where it was sunny, and I went surfing yesterday in the sun, and it was glorious, and I had a great day. Kind of ripped it up too for the first time in a while. I felt like my balance was good, and I felt good. So yeah, I had a good day, and I'm proud of myself for pushing through my doldrums and getting myself out there, and it really raised my spirits. So that was good. So From a zero carb standpoint, let's see. This week was pretty straightforward. I got rid of the bacon at the end of last week. I did react to getting sick last week by going and spending twice as much at the fancy store, Safeway, fancy. But the Safeway meat department is literally and pretty much exactly twice as much as the meat at the cheap store that I usually buy at. So I bought some $4 a pound ground beef. And you know what's funny is I don't like it as much. It's dry and rubbery. It's 80/20 compared to the cheaper stuff. It's 73/27. But I don't eat as much of it because I don't like it as much. And I didn't have any issues, so I felt fine. At the end of the week now, I've gone back to, and I've now been through 10 pounds or so of the cheaper stuff in the last couple of days, and I feel fine, and I prefer it. So, but I did respond a little bit to how I was feeling last week and made a change. But yeah, I've just been eating beef. I ate some salmon, I guess, at the end of last week. And I've been feeling great. I haven't really noticed much. The bacon that I ate at the end of last week did sort of change my schedule a little bit. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat right now. But it did change my schedule a little bit. And so I wasn't as regular as I've been, and that kind of bothered me. I'm identifying that as the bacon. I'm not sure. Kind of been, it usually takes a few days, so sort of stabilizing again now. But that's another part of why I've been frustrated. I've been a little frustrated with my stupid guts, as I like to call them. Got here because I'm sick, and it's becoming pretty clear that I'm still sick. I mean, the zero carb is the best way for me to stay stable. But I'm not gonna lie, I still have a lot of gas and some pain, and I'm regular when I stay the course. But regular is still just using the restroom once a day and without too much discomfort, which is great. But it's still not solid, and it's still pretty much just like black tar. And I feel fine. But I have to admit, it bothers me that that after all this time, I still show signs, that every day, daily, I'm not, my guts don't function the way other people's do. I know that it's different. It's normal for me, so I don't get too thrown off by it. And it's better than it's ever been. Profoundly, exponentially, I'm better than I've ever been. And I don't know that there's an answer, but it frustrates me that, I read about people going to doctors and getting all sorts of tests and things like that. And I mean, I get frustrated because I have never had that opportunity, really. I got my scope, my colonoscopy, and that showed nothing. But I've never had an endo. And I've never had, I'm sure there's something wrong. Stuff doesn't go through, there's no, we don't make turds. If I ever do, they're flat or small or, whatever. I've just never. So, and then when I read other people experience who have the same things, they always have an obstruction or scarring or things like that they're fined from their doctors using procedures that I don't seem to have access to. I don't know. I'm just frustrated with all of that. I don't really need answers or whatever, but of course I still wonder. And I do, I read about some of the figureheads in our movement, continuing to pursue doctors and I get frustrated I don't have the resources, that I don't have access to those things. So I feel like I've been able to make amazing progress on my own with my diet, but I'm frustrated that is my only avenue. I don't want medication. I don't want, if I went and found out something and they said, well, you can take medication or keep doing what you're doing, or, I wouldn't change. But yeah, I'm sick. It's irritating. I'd like to know why, but whatever. And I do worry. I worry that that there's still something going on in there that might be, deteriorating or continuing on. So, whatever. Our healthcare system, huh? Well, at least the rich people got good healthcare. So, anyways, you guys, I'm obviously not talking a lot of positivity, so I think I'm going to change that. First of all, I am super grateful still continually for every moment and every day that I feel as good as I do. Very aware that I feel and have made incredible progress, and I feel exponentially better than I ever have. So nothing's changed. I'm tired, I think, is the big part of it. I've told you guys before, when I get tired, I get crabby. And I'm just tired of, the weather and the work and the broke and the lonely and the life. Just life stuff getting me down, and the sick. So, but aside from all that, I really am. I'm doing great. I'm making money. I'm saving up. My surf travel car is making me happy. I'm able to get out to the beach when I want to, which I haven't been able to do for years. And I'm looking forward to doing a lot of that in the coming months as the weather does turn around here. And sort of seems like that's kind of what I need to do right now, to stay in the moment and kind of stay true to myself, and stay, following my passions. And involved in the things that make me feel valuable, which is being out in the beautiful nature, in the ocean, in the forest, in the mountains, and being a part of it, and feeling like a part of it, and feeling like just feeling that appreciation and gratitude for getting to be here and be able to participate in life, So when I'm out there surfing and I'm out there swimming around, I feel so thankful that I can participate that way, because I've been stuck here in bed for years, basically. And man, talk about frustration and irritation and all that. Like, compared to what I've been through in the past, I got nothing to complain about at all. So I'm gonna stay on that path. I'm gonna just keep focusing on the good things in my life, and keep trying to make everything better, and keep making progress. And I'm definitely looking forward to making progress in a lot of ways, but mostly just in being here now. So, anyways, I'm sorry for the downer journal, but it's not too down. It's just real. And I'm sure I'll be, wow, I really got something in there. I think I might be a little bit sick too. That's one thing. There was flu going around, and this week I sort of have had a little bit of, seems like some sickness. Nothing too profound, but I can just tell when I start feeling tired and crabby that there's something kind of putting a load on me. Anyways, yeah, so I will, I think I'll cut it off now. We're getting close to 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, can you believe that? Wow, I'm I'm not excited about daylight savings time either. Gonna be going to work in the dark, even colder now. That's okay. Geez, I'm a crabby patty today. Sorry about that. I will come back next week with a brand new positive attitude, I promise. Don't worry about me. I am absolutely A-okay. There's nothing at all wrong in my life. Just can't wait for the snow to melt. I wish it would rain. That would be awesome. It would bring warmth, and it would wash all this snow out. My cows really hope so too. They are so tired of, I wish I could show you. They're out there posting around in this crust. They can't get at the ground at all, and it's really been a rough month for everybody. My poor renter too. We got stuck here in the snow, and she had to rent a car to get out to go to her trip to Vegas, and then she was in Vegas and it was snowing there. We were all just sort of ready for the weather to change. So with that, I think I'll let you guys go, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'm going to have an awesome week. I'm going to focus on a super positive week. We're starting up the big boat this week. We were supposed to do it last week. That was another part of my frustration. starting up the big boat, and hopefully that one will be out of my hair. I'm getting my second boat. I'm well underway, and it'll be wrapped up this week, and then I'm going to start on a few more, but I'll be probably looking towards the end of my work stretch here, and really looking forward to spring. I've probably got another month or so that I'm contracted for right now. There will be more after that, I'm sure, but when I'm done with the current contract, I'm going to try and break away for a few weeks and get out of my shack, get somewhere warm. We'll see how that goes. But at any rate, you guys, I'm going to promise I'll come back with a positive one next week. And it was really cool this week, by the way, to read about some of the carnivore conference stuff. I sure would have loved to have been there. I hope if any of you guys made it there, you had a great time and got to spend time with some other carnivores. And yeah, I'll come back next week with a brand new positive attitude, and maybe I'll even come up with something exciting to talk about. I've definitely just been cruising for these last few weeks, and I apologize for that. I've definitely got my head in a bunch of other stuff right now, and this, while it's really important to me, and you guys all mean a lot to me, it's sort of taking a little bit of a back burner right now. So, but I got plans for the summer and the spring. I'd like to, well, we'll see what happens, but I'd like to put some more time in here and expand what I'm doing a little bit, but we'll see if that happens. Anyways, you guys, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you listening and watching every week, and all your kind comments and input. It really does mean so much to me, and it really has made the most profound difference in my life. And hopefully some of you folks are making some profound changes as well, and moving forward, making progress. I think that's all. That's all we need to do. So hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy your beef and water, whatever else you might get into. And I'll do the same. Stay positive. Stay in the moment. Remember that we're making great progress, and we're moving forward. And let's all just keep moving that direction together. So hope you guys have a great week. And as always, thank you for listening and watching. And I'll see you next time. All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.